Happy Sunday. How are you guys? We got 55 people on here. This is amazing. My name is Jody Scheibe. I'm coming to you from Sedona, Arizona, but I'm actually live in San Diego, California. Why don't you guys drop in the chat where you guys are watching from? I see. Hi, Brittany. Hi from California. Hi, Rhonda. This is great. If you can, put your camera on so I can see your beautiful faces. It's always great to engage with you guys. I'm super excited to talk to you guys today. So like I said, we got someone from Canada on here. This is awesome. My name is Jody. I am a mom of three, 16, 18, and 20-year-old. And I've been married for almost 24 years. And I have been drinking and sharing ketones for almost 5 years. And if someone would have told me 5 years ago that this would be the business I joined and this is what I would be doing, I would have said, no way. I would have said, no way. This is seriously one of my favorite topics to talk about. It's a business conversation, right? We get to talk about the business. We're going to talk about all sorts of things here. We're going to kind of keep it tight, 20, 25 minutes. You're going to hear a couple stories from different promoters, what it looks like to be a promoter with Prove It, how you can get started. Do you have to have any experience? What do you actually do day to day, right? All of those questions. I'd love to see in the chat, how many of you are currently customers drinking ketones and you kind of got invited to this call and just thought, hey, I'll hop on and find some more information. Rachel, welcome. Awesome. There we go. Customer. How many people on here are promoters? If you're a promoter, maybe put a short sentence in the Zoom, a chat, what your favorite thing about this community is. I'd love to see that. We got Kentucky in the house. We got another customer. This is awesome. Okay, great. We're going to go over what does it mean to be a Prove It promoter? What does it look like? How do I do it, right? How can I share the conversation? So I'll just share with you my short story. I started with a 5-day trial. How many of you on the Zoom maybe start with a 5-day trial? Those are so powerful. We're going to go into that conversation and how we use trials. I love all the stuff in the comments. This is amazing. So I started with a 5-day trial, and on day 3, I was so lit up, and my friend said to me, hey, Jody, you'd be great at this business. And I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm not on Instagram. I barely post on Facebook except Christmas and Easter. And she said, no, it's amazing. All you have to do is love ketones. Love ketones, right? And I'm like, well, I love ketones. Oh my gosh, they light me up. I'm sleeping through the night. I have better energy for my kids. And she's like, that's all you need to do this business. So I started sharing the ketone conversation. I've never done, with no experience, never done any type of community-based marketing, no social media following, nothing. So if you're sitting on this call and you're thinking, wait, I don't know, this sounds really cool. All these stories you're going to hear tonight. I'm here to tell you that anybody can do this. There's no better time, right? Like the keto conversation is blowing up. I don't know if you guys know this, but keto surpassed paleo as the #1 Googled health word about 4.5 years ago. And it's still the #1 Googled health word. And guess what? The majority of people in this world have no idea that they can drink ketones. They don't. So it's like timing is everything in life, right? So if we can introduce that conversation, this is different, this is new, this is something nobody else has. That's really exciting. So I'm going to bring a couple people up to kind of share their journey as a promoter, kind of their story, right? So I was a stay-at-home mom, and I was always doing a lot of stuff on the side to make ends meet. This business has enabled me to be present at my kids' sporting events, to set my own hours, to decide where I want to share the conversation. And for this mom, I just have a heart to share with every single mom on this call that this is the best business ever. But I'm going to have my friend Carrie kind of come up and talk about his journey being a promoter and his story.
So, Well, hello, friends. What's up? If we haven't had a chance to meet yet, I see you waving there, Miss Heather. My name is Carrie. I live here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And before ketones, before the product, I just kind of laid around. I didn't have much zest for life. I wasn't motivated to do much. And then I drank a pack and I just knew there was something here. If you had that first dose experience, as we call it, and not everybody does, but if you did, drop a 1 in the chat just so that way people can see that we do exist. We do exist. So I drank it. And then my friend said, well, do you want to pay for them or do you want to get them for free? And who's drinking free ketones? Drop a number 2 in the chat if you're drinking free tones. And then from that, it was, oh, I can earn them for free. But then I started talking to more and more people. And she says, well, there's a reward side to it if you want to. So I said, okay, let's talk about that. And from there, that was almost 4.5 years ago. This community has just shown up amazing and just done amazing things in my life. Like we're down here in Sedona right now, masterminding for, if you are already part of our community, well, everybody that's here is a part of our community, but we're here to improve ourselves so that way we can then turn around and pour into you. And this is what we get to do. This is what we get to do. We got to drive down in my rewards car from Las Vegas because Prove It's paying for our car and for me to be able to do things like this. And it's a really, truly magical thing. And old friends are now with us, new friends are coming from it. And so if you're here experiencing this information, make sure you take some notes and be in contact with that person that messaged you to say, hey, hop on this Zoom with me, because the information that's going to come at the last part can change your life if you let it. So Jody, thank you so much for letting me share.
No, I love it. So, I mean, we have so many different types of people who are sharing this conversation. By the way, you guys, you're going to hear during this call that it only costs $1 right now to start this business. So you actually can profit on your startup if you start with one of our promoter packs, which we're going to go into. So my goal when I started sharing ketones was to get them for free, right? Like Carrie mentioned, who would love to never pay for ketones again? And then I thought, you know what? It would be really awesome if I could make an extra $200 to $400 a month to put my kids in travel sports. How many of you guys have kids in sports? It's expensive, right? I'm here to tell you that we have the systems to do this. We have the websites already set up. We have the tools already in place. So when you join this community and start your business as a promoter, everything's there for you, which is awesome for someone like me who came in and said, I just love the product. What do I do? Right. So I just want to assure you of that too. So some people start sharing this conversation and they do it with one person a week. Some people decide they want to share it with 25 people a day. That is the beautiful part about this business. It's your business. You get to work it in the pockets of your day. Speaking of working your business in the pockets of your day, my friend Sally is here and she has an incredible story. And I just want you guys to kind of hear what her life looks like being a Prove It promoter. And she's a registered nurse. So thank you, Sally, for coming to share.
Hey, hi guys. Hello. How is everybody? Drop a 1 in the chat if you feel blessed today. I would love to see all of our people on here dropping those ones because my gosh, the sun is shining and is amazing. Well, it's so nice to see everybody. My name is Sally Melendez and I am from the Bay Area, California, and I have been drinking and sharing this ketone conversation with people for 19 months now. I was introduced to ketones in the hospital from a nurse's friend that said, why are you doing the ketogenic diet? Like you can drink your ketones. And I laughed at them. I was like, I am going to call your bluff and I am going to prove this wrong. Well, guess what? Like we all know, because we're all here, that I was wrong in that moment. So I quickly started my journey. 30 days in, I said, I am going to start sharing this with everybody I know. And I am going to join this community as a promoter because I believed and I understood and I knew and I had this community behind me, but I understood and knew the science behind it and how this could amazingly change so many people's lives. So before joining as a promoter, I was working 40 to 50, sometimes 60 hours a week in the hospitals between 2 jobs, delivering babies and taking care of the sick ones. And I was spending more nights away. My husband tucked our 2 small children into bed more than mommy did. And I was not okay with that. My husband spent more dinners with my 2 small children more than mommy did. And I just didn't like that feeling. And after sharing this conversation, I was able to pull away from the hospital, working 40 to 50, sometimes 60 hours a week, down to only 3 to 4 shifts a month. That has given me the most amazing time freedom back with my family. I will never forget the day my 2.5-year-old said, "Mommy, why didn't you tuck me in for bed last night?" And it just broke my heart. And I realized I was behind something that was running so hard and so strong that I knew this could be my vessel for developing the life that I always dreamed of. So in that time, I was able to cut down working. I have earned a Prove It sponsored vehicle. It has been amazing. I gifted it to my mother because she's driving my babies around a couple days a week. So I wanted her to be safe in that car. So it has blessed our lives more than I can ever imagine. And every day I wake up with so much gratitude for the community I get to be a part of daily. So thank you guys so much. It has been awesome seeing your faces, and take care and have an awesome day.
We got 113 people on now. Thank you so much, Sally. I love it. And, you know, a lot of us are talking about, you know, yes, it's a business. You can earn money. You can earn free ketones. You heard from people who have earned cars. For me, like that extra $100, $200 a month meant everything to me at the time. Before I started this business, I had just gotten off the phone with our church asking them for scholarships so my kids could go to the church camp that summer because we couldn't afford it. And I'll never forget, after my first few months sharing ketones, this may sound little, but I'm just saying, I walked to Party City, you guys Party City, right? For Halloween. And I was with all 3 of my children. And I looked at them and said, "Go ahead and pick out a Halloween costume." And they looked at me and they said, "What do you mean, Mom?" You see, my kids had never bought a brand new Halloween costume. We sacrificed so much for me to be at home with them. And they would do dress up stuff. We would make costumes. And that purchase, I remember taking those 3 costumes up to the register, and the total was $119. And I was just standing in gratitude for, first of all, it's a product that works. It's a product that's backed by science. It's a product with published studies, right? And a business opportunity to share it and earn some extra income. So we have no monthly things, Rachel. How often you have to purchase promoter packs. We're going to go into how you use promoter packs. And the other thing I want to touch on, like, I started the business. Yes, for me, I needed to make some extra money. But my favorite thing about this business isn't the money or the paid for car. My favorite part about this business is I'm a 45-year-old mom who now has some of the most wonderful people and friends in my life because of this community. Like, I get goosebumps. I see Heather on this call. I see Karen on this call. I see all these people that I would have never met. I mean, you don't meet a lot of people in your 40s anymore. Like, you go to work or you stay home with your kids, or, you know, I'm not going out with a bunch of friends all the time. And now this community has gifted me such amazing, beautiful friendships and people that just want the same thing. They want the best for you. They want better. So I want to say that the community is amazing. The product's amazing, right? The extra money is amazing. Kayla, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we were sitting, I don't know how many people are here, 30, 45, and we're all sitting here going, I can't believe this. And yes, I have, over the past 4.5 years, we've earned a lot of money in this business. And you know what? That is still not my favorite thing. I would trade all that money for the people and this community and everything I have learned and every way that it has poured into me. So we got one more share. My friend Becca, Coach Becca, is here to share her story. So I want you to kind of hear her journey.
Oh, hey, hi, hello, how are we? I see smiling faces, I see hands up, I see people all excited because you're hearing some of the most amazing information right now that can literally change your life. And I'm going to share with you how I went from a single mom living paycheck to paycheck, struggling to pay my bills or even put food on the table, living on government assistance, to now thriving and getting to travel every single month, happily happily married and changing lives every single day. So what happened for me is my background is in fitness and nutrition. I had my own fitness business. However, I was in New Hampshire in November of 2018, and it was freezing cold, and I was trying to get people to buy personal training packages, yet they were like, I have to put presents under the Christmas tree. I have to go to this holiday party. I'm not going to buy personal training till after the new year. Well, my bills didn't wait until after the new year, y'all. So what ended up happening was I had more money going out than I did coming in. And that left me in a place where I wasn't able to afford heating fuel. So my son and I ended up losing our heat. We had to put our winter jackets on, and we could see our breath in the house. And I turned to him and I said, listen, I don't know how long it's going to be before we have heat. Never mind putting food on the table or presents under the Christmas tree. And I called my best friend who 8 months earlier had introduced me to ketones, but because of my background, I said, there's no way that works. But what happened was I watched his life change completely, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. He was traveling the world. He was happy. He had shrunk. He lost half a human. And I called him and I was crying about my situation. And he said, you know what? There's an opportunity here to make money if you have a passion for helping people, which I do. So I said, what do I have to lose? And I went to work right away. And what ended up happening for me was in my first 30 days, I made 7.5 times the amount of money I needed to put heating fuel into my tank. That blew my mind, like out of this world. Why? Because I had shared this conversation with enough people and they were saying yes to starting this journey with me. So if you're on here and you don't yet have a product story, that's okay. Meet somebody on this call, talk to somebody who invited you to this call, learn their story and start sharing that. And then just go get a bunch of friends to join you and start doing this with you, because then you can all do it together and it's way more fun together, right? And so what ended up happening was stories started pouring in, people who were having incredible results, people who were showing up and being present for their families, people who were better moms, better wives, right? People who had more energy, were sleeping better, okay? And that inspired me. And I said, there's really something here. So the first year, I was able to make enough money every single month to keep me off of welfare, which was huge. I had never lived in a position where I didn't have to use food stamps before. So that was enough for me during that time frame. Then from there, I saw other people who were earning, paid for by Prove It vehicles and traveling every single month. And I said, there's more to this. So I dove in a little bit deeper and I took it to that next level. And so I've been able to earn my paid for by Prove It vehicle, which I'm looking at vehicles on the market right now. I think it's a Lexus RX 350. We got to go test drive it though. I don't know. Right. And I get to travel every single month for the last year. I married my best friend. We get to do this together. Right. And everywhere that we go, we meet people and we're hearing more and more stories of lives that are being changed, not just by the product, but also by this opportunity. People who get to send their children to their music lessons, people who are like me, able to pay for their groceries, right? And that is so powerful for me because I know what it feels like to be there. So this opportunity has completely changed my life. And I hope that you say yes, because that's all it takes is putting your yes on the table. You don't have to know what to do or how to do it. The community will surround you and will lead you and guide you and walk you through every single step. So that's my story.
I love it. And what Coach Becca just touched on is, you guys, there's nothing more magical than getting a text from someone saying, thank you so much for sharing this product with me. I got a text the first week of my business. Jody, I can't thank you enough. I actually watched my daughter's volleyball practice instead of taking a nap in the car. Right? You get to be part of somebody's story. That ripple effect, it gives me like chills. You get to help people and be part of that ripple effect. And I'm going to be very blunt with you. If somebody invited you to this call, they love you. and they want your life to be changed with this community. I know that the person who told me that I should do this business, if she had just supported me as a customer, I'd probably be a customer getting free ketones. But there is so much more here. And like Becca said, you don't have to know it all. You don't, the systems are here. So real quick, short story. I told you I have no background in this type of business, but for years I had a lot of friends say, oh, you should come do my makeup thing with me. And hey, the makeup is awesome, right? But makeup is everywhere, right? One time I sat down to coffee with a girlfriend and she's like, oh my gosh, Jody, you'd be amazing at this. It was a skincare company. And I said, well, how do you start a business? And she said, oh, you buy this kit. It's like $2,500. And I was like, what do you do with the kit? And she's like, well, you carry it around so people can see the bottles. And I'm like, and when do you get your money back? And she said, well, hopefully within like 6 months. I'm like, that sounds awful. I'm a broke stay-at-home mom. That sounds awful. So what excited me the most about this business is when you start up, you can start up for $1. And if you choose to come in, I'm going to have Nick Martinez come in and kind of give you the details on the promoter packs. I highly encourage you to grab the promoter packs, especially the Max promoter pack, because it has the most ketones. You get to have product to sell as 5 and 10-day trials. You get to flip that product. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, wait. So when I buy that promoter pack, I just have to ask people to test drive it. Hey, do you want to test drive a 5-day at my cost and give me your opinion? By the way, every single person in your life will probably say yes to that. Right? And I sold those 5 days. I sold 10 days. I ran out of my promoter pack in 3 days, and I profited on the startup of my business. Why do I say profited? Because you actually can buy that product at 40% off. So I was like, well, I don't know how to sell this. I don't know how to market this. I do know how to text my friend, send them a video and ask them if they'd like to test drive a 5-day trial. They can PayPal or Venmo me. So I think the promoter packs are literally the most genius thing that our company has. They're 40% off right now. It's $1 to be a promoter. It's not mandatory to come in with the promoter pack, but I highly, highly recommend it because being able to offer someone a trial, I jumped in with only a 5-day trial because that's all I could afford. I literally sold my kids' old toys on Craigslist to buy that trial too. So I am so grateful that someone was bold enough to share this business with me. So whoever invited you to this call, they really, really love you. My life, the trajectory of my life was changed. We are now paying for our son's college with a check. We had no college savings. We are now taking vacations as a family for the first time. And I also am no longer driving a minivan. I drive a paid for Prove It Tesla. So that's pretty cool too. Yes. And you can get with the person who invited you to this call. I see the comments in the chat about pre-selling trials. They will teach you exactly how to do it. But look, this business is set up so that you're profiting and profitable pretty much from the start. And then in the first 30 days, there's also bonuses that you can earn. And it's super fun and super awesome. So I'm going to have Nick Martinez come up to kind of go over the details on the promoter packs. I went over them kind of briefly, but he's kind of the numbers guy and he'll explain it.
What's happening, everybody? My name is Nick Martinez. I'm from Minnesota. Excited to be coming to you live from Sedona. Hey, good to see all your faces. Yes, I've been doing this now for the last 6 years. I used to be a full-time airline pilot with Delta Connection, and I was actually introduced to ketones by a flight attendant. So that was a conversation 6 years ago. And I remember when I got started, they had a similar offer going on that they have right now. It wasn't called the Dollar Keto Club, but it was very similar. It was a very simple way to get started as a promoter. And I got started that way right away. In fact, she called me and said, hey, you got to check this out. I watched a video. I thought, well, if it doesn't kill me, maybe I'll lose a little bit of fat and have some more energy. And maybe all the pilots I'm flying with might like this as well. And here's what happened. I bought the pack that I'm going to talk about in a second. I started to go fly. I had a shaker bottle with me. And next thing I knew, all the pilots I was working with were like, what are you drinking? What is that? And I became the keto crack dealer because I was selling 5 and 10 serving trial packs, like Jody mentioned, and they were jonesing for more between trips. And next thing I knew, I had customers, I had people that wanted to share this as well. And it turned into a really, really cool business. So right now, the promotion that we have going on is called the Dollar Keto Club. And it is $1 to become a promoter. Normally it's $49, so you're saving $48, which is really cool. It's $1 to become a promoter when you purchase one of our brand builder packs. And we have 2 different brand builder packs. The first is called the Mini. It's discounted 22% off of the normal price. So it's $497. And you're going to get 5 boxes of ketones. That's 100 servings. Now you can drink some of those yourself, or you can sell them as trial packs. And if you kind of follow the system that we'll do, you'll actually earn around $800 just for selling those trial packs. So right away, you're in profit mode, which is awesome. And that's not including what you're going to make when those people become customers and promoters. So I want you just to think of that as, hey, I'm grabbing this product, but immediately I'm going to try to beat the box, meaning I'm going to try to help as many people try this before we get started as possible, so that by the time the box gets to my house, I already have 10 people ready to go to either try 5 or 10. Okay, the second option is the Brand Builder Max Pack. And that one comes with 10 boxes. And right now with this Dollar Keto Club promotion, when you get started, you're going to get 40% off of it. So that's super, super awesome. It's the lowest price that you'll ever pay for ketones. And I love when we have the promotion going on. It just started about a week ago. So normally it would be $1,300, and 40% off of that is $780 plus the $1 to become a promoter. That pack also comes with some compensation rewards or some extra like perks. You're going to get a rank 5 pass for the first year, which essentially, we don't have to go into it, but it will pay you at the 5th rank in our rewards plan. There's 10 ranks. It'll pay you at the 5th rank for the first year, regardless of if you hit it. So you're getting paid more for doing less. Like as a pilot, we had yearly increases. We have year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. I look at it, hey, I'm starting on year 5 pay. It's not going to take you 5 years to get to rank 5, but that's kind of the concept. The second thing it comes with is double commissions for 30 days on any promoters that you enroll. So instead of getting paid once on them, you're going to get paid twice. Which is super awesome. Also a double all-star bonus. So instead of getting $1,000 when you hit this bonus called all-star, you get 2. So it's not about the compensation. Honestly, it's about how can we help more people. And the neat thing with the Max Pack is, number 1, you're getting it at a huge discount. So you're going to recover your cost even faster. And then number 2, you have more product to get into people's hands. And what I find is a lot of people, when they do get started, whatever other path you choose is right for you. But when they get started, they always come to me, Nick, I'm out of product. What do I do? I'm like, let's go grab some more and keep moving it and help more people get started. So right now, those are the different options. I encourage you to get back with whoever invited you here and just tell them, hey, I'd like to start with the Mini, or hey, I'd like to start with the Max. Or if you have other questions, get those answered as well. So back to you, Jody.
No, I love it. And here's a pro tip. Remember, I sold something on Craigslist to buy a 5-day trial. I came in with the Max Pack. Why? Because I knew that if I could get people to drink the trial, they would want more, like Nick said. So I highly encourage it. We also have a program called Sezzle, right? Oh, Brittany, you just put it in the chat, where you can break up the payments for that with no interest. So, I mean, it's like a no-brainer now. Like, get the Max Pack with all the benefits. If you're going to do it, I wanted to earn the most money I could, and I wanted those extra benefits. So let me just leave you kind of with this thought. If you're just wondering, if there's just this like question of, could I do this? Yes, I'm telling you, you can. Like, if that question is even coming up in your head, it's there for a reason. I'm telling you, we have the systems, we have the tools, and we have the community to help you get started and take this wherever you want to take it. I missed a lot of boats in my life. Can you guys relate to this? I missed the Bitcoin boat. Should have gotten into that early. I'm just saying. And I'm telling you that there's no better time than right now to get into this keto conversation. There's no better time. It is the #1 trending thing. People don't know about it. You can't get it anywhere else. And I mean, it's a new conversation. So I mean, it's just it's mind blowing to me, like how awesome this opportunity is right now to hop in, to start your own business. By the way, then you get your tax write-offs, you've got a business, you get more tax write-offs, all that kind of fun stuff. And you get to decide what that business looks like. You get to decide how to share it. So hopefully this call was valuable. Someone put the price, the Max Pack log, get with the person who invited you. They can go over the price of the mini. The max is the best deal. Everyone I've had come in with the mini, they text me a week later and they said, Jody, you were right. I ran out of product. I should have gotten the max. So I'm just telling you, that is the best way to get started. But thank you guys so much. I hope you all join us and are part of this community, and we just keep growing and going for better, best opportunity ever. So I feel super blessed. Every day I wake up and I'm so thankful someone told me about this. So hope you guys have an amazing Sunday. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.